Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for this talk, What's New in Subscription with Odoo 19. My name is Damien Lanzi, I'm the product owner for the subscription application, so I'm very happy to be here with you once again to show you all the great work we have done this year, all the big changes that we have made in the subscription application so you can run your subscription business and increase your revenue. At the end of this presentation, we will do a Q&A session, so feel free to scan this QR code or to navigate to pad.odoo.com/p/subscriptions-19 and write all your questions in the pad. I leave the QR code 2 seconds, but I will put it back at the end of the presentation for the Q&A, so don't be worried. I like to start this kind of presentation by a reminder that at Odoo we try to help people do more in less time. So as a product owner, my focus is really to make our users more efficient in their work so they are not wasting time on boring stuff and they can feel valuable in their company. And for that, we are trying to make any new version better, faster, and stronger. Better user experience because they will use Odoo all day long, so it has to be comfortable for them. They have to be happy using it. Faster processes, as I just said, so they can spend time on what really matters, they can feel valuable, or they can spend more time at the coffee machine with colleagues if they want. And a stronger reliability because you need to trust what Odoo is doing for you so you can sleep well at night. So let's start this what's new but with what is not new. Over the last few years, we added a lot of great features in the subscription application. We added the possibility to have one product but to sell it monthly, yearly, quarterly, whatever you want. We added the possibility to create subscriptions for goods with recurring deliveries. We have a great integration between subscription and e-commerce. We have a self-service portal that allows your customer to directly manage their subscription, change the quantity, and so on, and it will reduce a lot of work for your sales team so they can really be focused on selling and not supporting the clients. And of course, last year we introduced also the possibility to choose between invoicing subscription at the beginning of the period or at the end of the period based on what you delivered during that period. So this year, we were very happy with all these features, and we did not want to just add 1 or 2 new features, but we really wanted to make all these features better. We really wanted to improve all these. And for that, we, of course, listen to you. We listen to users, we listen to partners, we listen to internal business analysts, and everybody who is sending us a feedback. We will listen. Of course, we cannot do everything, but here are 2 big feedbacks that we take into account that we heard. The first one is about price lists. My 10% discount price list does not work with subscription. It's true that when we added the possibility to have one product and different prices, we did not support the possibility to have advanced price rules allowing to say, I just want to give a discount of 10% on everything. So you need to duplicate all your recurring rules for each price list and for each product. So if you have 10 products and 3 plans, it's already a problem, but if you have hundreds of products, then it's bored. Of course, you don't have to do that a lot. You have to do it once a year maybe, but still it's painful and we really wanted to improve that. The second feedback is about the recurring of goods. How can I do a product that is both recurring, but also that my customer can buy only once? Because it's the same product. Either they buy it once or recurringly, the stock is the same. So I need to manage my stock correctly. And unfortunately, in the previous version, you could not have both. You had to choose either your product is recurring or is non-recurring and people can buy once, but you could not have both. So now we will see how we can make it easier in Odoo 19. And the last feedback for this first round, I can give a discount to my subscriber on e-commerce. I want to increase my revenue by giving an incentive to my clients that are already subscribers because I'm selling other stuff on the side. And I want to give them an incentive like a 10% discount to make them purchase to me and not somewhere else. But it's also an incentive to subscribe. If they see that they could have a 10% discount on everything if they took a subscription, maybe they will create recurring revenue for you, and that's what we want. So let's not talk more and let's jump directly in our Odoo database. So here I am on my website, and let's pretend we are a company named Clean Office. So obviously we are super efficient to clean your office so you can be focused on your work in a clean environment. And Clean Office, they are serving two types of customer. There is individual, but also business. Let's see for individual. They can navigate directly to the web shop and they can subscribe to a cleaning service for $160 per week, but they can also buy the product to clean. So we are also selling the detergent bottle of 2 liters. It's $9 per week if you subscribe per week. So that's not new, of course. But let's jump on the product page. And here you can have some first improvements we have done in Odoo 19. The product page for subscription product is better now. We have a clear view on the possibility. So here the customer can choose between being delivered every week or every month or every year. And we see that, of course, more he is buying, the lower is the price. And he can quickly see what is the money he will save. So if I take a weekly, it will save me 18%. But one bottle per week, it's a lot. I don't have an office that is so big, so I just need the 9%. So let's see for my service. And for the service, it's quite the same. There is just a small difference, is that here, if you are buying for a longer period, it's cheaper because we want you to subscribe for a yearly plan directly instead of a weekly, so we reduce the risk of churn, okay? And here again, the customer can quickly see that there is a discount if he takes a yearly plan directly. Okay, that is good. It's an incentive to make your customer purchase for longer terms. So now let's go back to our detergent. So as I said in the feedback, how can I make it, how can I allow my customer to buy it just once? Because maybe they just want to try, or they just need 1 or 2 bottles, and they don't want to be stuck with a subscription. So we don't want to add friction for selling, so we want to reduce that. So as I said before, you had to do two different products, but now in Odoo 19, it's super simple. You go to your product page, you go in the tab Recurring Prices, where you can define the price for the different periods. And here on the bottom, you have this option, Accept One Time. You just click on it, you go back to your website, and that's it. Customer can now decide if they want to buy it once or if they want to take a subscription. And maybe you have noticed that the discount has been adapted to take into account the price if you just buy once. So all the subscriptions are a bit less expensive. So it's super simple. I can sleep well at night. I have one product and I can manage my stock properly. But okay, so we have customers that are subscribing for the service of cleaning. That's our main business. And now we want to push them to buy this detergent to us and not in a supermarket. How we can do that? How we can give them an incentive for that? So let's jump into the price list. And let's create a subscriber price list. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to say, okay, for all products, I want to give a discount of 10%. That's simple. But now, what about recurring prices? Because as we said in the past, it was not possible to do it. But now in Odoo 19, you have all the power of the price list rules, even for recurring price. So if you want to do some crazy stuff to compute the price based on a formula, or if you want to give a discount, you can do it easily. So let's give the 10% discount, but only for the weekly plan. I save, and voila, I have my subscriber price list that will give 10% discount to my subscriber. But now, how can I link this price list to my customer? Thanks to a new integration between subscription and membership partnership application, it's super simple. So let's go in the list of products. So what I want to do is to say, as soon as someone started a subscription with the office cleaning services, I want to assign him the subscriber price list. And it's super simple. I just have to click here on Create on Order and select Membership Partnership. As soon as an order is confirmed for that product, I want to assign a partnership level to my customer. So let's create one. And let's call it Subscribers. And if I jump to the level Subscriber, I have here Default Price List. So I can just assign the subscriber price list here, and that's it. Everything will work. Let's try. Let's do a new quotation for our beloved customer, Joel Willis. He's a B2C customer, so let's use this quotation template, and let's just confirm. So now the subscription is active, it's in progress. If I jump to my customer, we can see that we have assigned automatically the partner level subscriber. Okay, that's great. Now let's create a new quotation for Joel Willis. Automatically, as you can see here, the subscriber price list has been applied. And of course, it will be the same in e-commerce, in point of sale, everywhere the price lists are used in Odoo. So that's super simple. But of course, if it churns this subscription, I want to remove that. Don't worry, it's automatic. You don't have to think about it. I need to invoice first, of course. I cannot close my subscription if I didn't create a first invoice. And let's close. Okay. Well, it's too expensive for Joe Willis. And yes, the partner level now it's empty, so you will not have access to this price list. So it's really simple. You can assign advanced price rules. You can create price lists with advanced price rules. You can assign them to your subscriber to create incentive to purchase more, and you can, like this, just increase your revenue super simply. Okay, that was great. But of course, we can do more than that in 1 year. So let's take 3 other feedback from you guys. I can't invoice before the end of the period. Yes, last year we introduced the concept of invoicing end of period, but we decided to make something a bit over-engineered, I would say. We decided to say, if you invoice in advance, we don't know the future. We don't know if the customer will receive new product. And as our product is based on delivered quantity, we should not invoice the future, because if we invoice the future and then we deliver during this period, then we will forget about this and we will lose some money. But it seems that it was confusing for people, because when they are creating an invoice in advance, they just, maybe sometimes they are sure that nothing will be delivered and they just want to deliver, to create the invoice sooner so they can have the money sooner. So we needed to improve that. The second feedback is about the pro rata of the prices. Since probably always in subscription, when you create an upsell, for example, for a product, and you add quantity for a subscription that is already ongoing and we are at the half of the month, automatically Odoo is applying a pro rata temporis computation on the price, so the customer pays only for half the period because the new quantity is only for that period. That's great in a lot of use cases, but there are some cases like membership where you subscribe for a club, the club 2025. If you subscribe in January or if you subscribe in July, it's the same price. Or if you subscribe for a weekly or a monthly massage, the massage is something you have completely, but it's a service, so it should not be prorated. So we needed to add this possibility in Odoo. And the last one is probably the most important one. It's about customers that are churning during holiday. How awful it is to come back to holiday and see that you have lost 10% of your customer, because when they go in holiday, they decided, okay, but I don't need my office to be clean during my holiday, so let's just close the subscription and I will probably start it again when September will come. But sometimes they forgot about it, and of course you are wasting time calling all your clients. Oh, do you think you should subscribe again? So it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, because you will lose clients. So that's something we don't want, and we want it to improve. So again, let's go back to our database, and this time let's create a subscription for a B2B client. So because it's a B2B client, we are okay to not ask him to pay in advance. We are okay to invoice it at the end of the period. So here my product, so it's a cleaning service product, and it's a detergent pro. This one is really a good cleaning stuff. They are based on delivered quantity, so I will invoice only what I delivered. So let's confirm. Directly we can see that my next invoice is in 1 month. It's good. Normally Odoo is supposed to wait for the end of the period to invoice it. But now let's deliver directly the product. I validate the transfer for the detergent, and I will pretend here quickly that I delivered the cleaning service. So now I want to invoice them in advance because I know I will not clean their office anymore this month, and I know I will not deliver any product, but I want to get paid faster. So let's create the invoice. Here I have a small warning. So instead of blocking the invoicing of the future, we have a clear warning saying, hey, you are about to invoice until 18th of October. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Maybe your product based on delivered quantity here, you will miss some quantity if you deliver. But I'm not scared. I will create the invoice. I know I will not deliver something. So that's it, it's posted. And now, if I go back on my subscription, the next invoice will be for the 18th of November. So, but yes, we already triggered, because there is a recurring goods, we already triggered the creation of the delivery for November. Of course, it's better for planning, but what will happen if now my operator make a mistake? And what if he delivers today something that was supposed to be for the next month? Because of course it can happen. Okay, I validated the transfer, and now if I go back in my subscription, I have a clear warning for the salesperson saying something has been delivered during the period that has already been invoiced, so you should probably fix that. So it's super simple, it's super clear, and we hope users will be more comfortable with this new way of working. Okay, so now let's talk quickly about the problem of the prorata. We will not spend a lot of time on this because it's super simple. It's as simple as the one-time purchase. Now in recurring prices, you have these new options, prorated price or not. If you check, Odoo will automatically apply a prorata when it's needed. If you uncheck, it will be the full price even if you add quantity at the middle of the period. That's super simple. I leave you testing that on your database if you want. So let's focus on what matters. We are losing customers during holidays, okay? So what can we do to avoid that? 2 years ago, we added the super self-service features, so allowing to configure what your customer can do through their portal, and we add a lot of options. But this year, we added the possibility for your user to pause their subscription. So maybe if they have that possibility, instead of churning, they will just say, oh, but I don't need my subscription, I will pause it, and Odoo automatically will unpause and start again the process of invoicing. You will not have to waste time to call them back, and you will not lose any money. So let's see how it works. So I just configure this on the monthly subscription, and let's go back and create a new subscription for Joe Willis because I churned the previous one. Up, I confirm it again. Okay. Oh no, I wanted to do something else. Sorry. Let's go again. Joel Willis. Up, B2C, and let's pretend this subscription has started the 1st of September. I confirm. So I just wanted to show you this new alert. So if you are familiar with Odoo, you know that on a recurring plan, you can set up a configuration to say if the subscription is late for more than, in this case, 15 days, we should turn off the subscription and churn automatically, so the customer does not have the service for free because he didn't pay. Here, of course, I created the subscription manually, but I said that it started the 1st of September. So we are the 18th, I think, and so it's late. So I have this warning, and as a user, I will understand why this subscription will be automatically closed by Odoo. It's a small thing, but it can save a lot of time, especially when you are reopening a subscription that has churned automatically. And if you forget as a user to correct the next invoice date or to create the invoice for that period, as the subscription is still late, it will automatically close it again. But thanks to this warning, you should be aware and not miss that. Okay, but let's go on the customer portal and see what Joe Willis can see. So first of all, we can see that he has a warning saying that the subscription will expire. So let's create the first invoice to avoid this. Hop. Confirm. And let's go back to the preview. Yes. Now that's the preview of the invoice. Sorry. I wanted to go too fast. This is the one. Let's go in the preview of the subscription for Joel Willis. And you can see now that there is this button, pause. The layout of my website is maybe not very good, but so yes. Now Joe Willis can simply click on this button, but I don't know why I can't. So normally you should be able to click here and say, okay, yes, I'm supposed to go fast. I will be off for 10 days, so I can pause my subscription for the 1 of October to the 10th of October, and automatically Odoo will pause it, warn the user that it's paused, and put it back again when it comes to the deadline. So that's it for the presentation. It's time already to think of the question that you have. So we have seen a lot of features: advanced price list, e-commerce page, one-time purchase, possibility to pause. Unfortunately, I couldn't show you. The possibility we didn't see to update addresses. So if you have a lot of customers like we have at Odoo, sometimes it's good to give the possibility to your customer to update their address to the portal, so you don't have a support ticket to do that. We improve the customer portal. We have warning on closing. We have a better invoicing end of the period, and we have pro rata pricing that you can configure. So that's it for the presentation. And now let's see if you have questions for me.
I think you don't have time for the questions. So if someone has a question, like where they can find you.
Increase the retour?
So there is no time for questions.
There is no time for questions.
If someone has a question, like where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me on the Odoo Village. There is a subscription booth or an inventory, because I'm working on the two applications. So I will be there, and you can come and ask your question.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.